Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video with the 8th anniversary on the horizon for global. We're going to be going over everything that is coming in not only part 1, also the countdown as well. So we're going to quickly skim through the countdown. It's kind of standard stuff, you know, we have the login bonus, the actual countdown screens with the art. You can also do the social media campaign where you get the 8th anniversary tickets. There's also a comeback campaign for any of those who have put Dokkan down recently and are coming back. There's also the ultimate speed battle, which is exactly what it says. You know, you basically want to complete it as quick as possible in the stages. We've got story events coming back, you know, the usual type of stuff. We also have easy areas coming back as well. Reduced stamina recovery time. You know, all the typical stuff that kind of is within a countdown towards an anniversary. And here's the countdown screens. You know, they look pretty good. I know some of these are quite nice. I mean, the nicest one probably has to be the Shenron ones, but pretty much just the standard countdown stuff before we do get the actual anniversary content. But here we have part 1 with the actual kind of like juicy stuff, the actual content. Of course, we have login bonuses where you're going to receive stuff such as the 8th anniversary tickets for the 8th anniversary summons. They're not the best, but free summons is free summons. 8th anniversary coins, stones, sleepy kais, all those type of things. Even eventually the rainbow tickets, which I think are the tons of thanks tickets, which of course then can be used on ticket versions of the anniversary banners and also the part 2 LR banners as well. Then we have commemorative missions, which pretty much give you the same thing. We have everyone's energy campaign as well. And then of course we have the actual banners for both the Boo duo or the Z duo and also the GT duo. I'm not going to go through the details of the new units now just because we're going to go over those at a future date or a later date, and I don't want this video to be too long, and we'll be covering those. But the Boo duo, I can't lie, they do get a little bit of stick, and they're nowhere near as, I don't want to say as bad as people make out, but they seem severely underrated from everything I've seen, aside from getting to use them hopefully yet. People really do underrate them. They really do underrate them. They are really good. They are really, really good. The Piccolo and Gotenks, I don't think they're too bad. I don't think they're anything special. Gamma 1's going to be on this banner. Final Form Caller's going to be on this banner. 2 massive units on this banner already. Still 2 of the best. In terms of anniversary banners, it's the same trend. They are stacked. We've got 4 Power Frieza here. We've got, of course, the gods from the Year 7 anniversary. SSB Vegeta, and also Gogeta Blue, who at the end of this celebration in part 3 will get an EZA, and the Year 5 LRs, of course, will become some of the best units in the game again once they do receive their EZAs. And then to finish up the banner, we do have Strength Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegito, and also GT Super Saiyan Vegeta. So a very stacked banner. All Power Frieza at this point is aged a little bit. Dupes and the gods, if you haven't got them rainbowed already, are still very nice. SSB Vegeta is a bit meh. I would say the only units you probably want to be avoiding mainly are these 3 and kind of Full Power Frieza, unless you need dupes in them. Other than that, as I said, as always, stacked banners. Then we have the GT duo. Of course, they have the GT duo themselves. These 2 are apparently doo-doo, and after seeing their kit briefly, they're not great. For side banner standards that we've seen in Dokkan, they are not good at all. We have Gamma 2, who's a very good unit, by the way, very good. A unit that recently I've said how much I would love to get dupes in him. So hopefully we can pick up some dupes along the way. Hopefully we get the GT duo while we do get dupes. But he's very, very good, especially with Gamma 1 and again, especially with dupes. I would say out of the 2 banners, this one probably has a little bit less value for everyone else. You know, you have the very underwhelming release from last year of the worldwide SSJs. They're not bad, they're just not great. Like, they're okay, and I'm sure with dupes they could probably be pretty solid, but yeah, you know, when they released, they were quite underwhelming, not that great. We have Nameku, who's not bad. You know, he's not too bad, but unfortunately not on that standard that we kind of have nowadays in Dokkan. The LRSSJ4 is another one who I think get too much stick. You know, it's not their fault that their team hasn't been buffed since it came out, nor do they do have a slot 1 unit. So they are still good. It's just if they were in the same position as the gods, or just had a slot 1 unit like Tech Godku, then they would be, I think they'll be appreciated a hell of a lot more. But I can understand why people definitely, as I said, hold the gods in higher regard. and hold them to more value than the SSJ4s. We have UI Goku, who, do you know what, on a 200% lead, and definitely at level 10 links, he's still a pretty solid unit. He can still hold his own. Of course, you're just mainly relying on the 70% chance to dodge, and if that doesn't pop, it can be a slight risk. Then we have VB, who again, just like Gogeta, once he gets his EZA in part 3, he is one of the best units and one of the best EZAs in the game. He is they're both so good, but VB, so good. Then we have Boo Tanks, who's still pretty good. And there is an EZA during the celebration with Super Boo. They work well together, but until we get like an actual proper 200% lead, which fingers crossed sometime in the future is going to be an LR Kid Boo, because we're still waiting for one, it can kind of tie them all together. This guy can get an EZA, can work with a new LR Kid Boo who could bring that 200% lead, and then also work well with the LR Super Boo, and also the, as a potential EZA for this guy, and the EZA of Super Boo from this celebration. And then we have GT Super Saiyan Goku. But I'll definitely say the Z duo is where it's at in terms of value. I do think the GT duo is better than the Z duo. The Z duo have the better banner, but I do think people underrate the Z duo a little bit too much. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But carrying on with the rest, of course, we're going to get the new Dokkan events for the new units. Then we have the 77 special summon, which of course we won't get yet, but we'll start getting the 8th anniversary special 77 summon tickets along the way, starting in part 1, which of course we won't get all of the tickets from missions, login bonus, etc. until the final part 3 of the 8th anniversary, but that banner will be there. I'll go through the banner when we do get onto the part 3 video. But in terms of part 1, we'll start getting tickets for this. Very good banner. Very good banner. Just having LR Merge Masu and LR Golden Frieza on this banner already makes it one of the best. Here's the ticket summon for the 8th anniversary tickets, which, as I said, it's not great, but any units you haven't kind of picked up throughout the years and over the recent year, you know, you can get from this banner, just kind of fill up your collection. You know, maybe you're still missing the Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks, maybe you're missing Buikalo, maybe you don't have this Trunks and Giru. I'm pretty sure I only pulled them recently. Maybe you're still missing this Shin Shenron. Again, I only pulled the Strength Broly from last year's anniversary, like a few months ago. You know, there are LR units on this banner as well. You know, if you get one of these, you're going to be very lucky. It's not an insanely stacked banner, but there's some good units here. Future Gohan and Trunks. Gums will also get an EZA during the celebration. LR Golden Frieza's here. Kale and Cleaver will get an EZA during Kale celebration at some point. There's also the Super Saiyan Goku and Gohan. Who else do we have in here that's pretty good? EZA Goku Black and Zamasu. LR Merge Masu. Struggling to speak today. Who else do we have? Who else could be kind of up there? Janemba's still pretty solid. This cell's still pretty good. There's some decent LRs if you're lucky enough to get one on here, but as I said, it's not the best banner, but considering you're literally giving these tickets for free and for minimal effort, you know, you're not going to complain. Then we have the 8th anniversary coin exchange, which, as you can see and as you would know, we get every single year, where we're going to be getting coins from, again, login bonus, missions, things like that, where you can pick up the type Kais, and you can also pick up units as well. They are free-to-play units from the previous anniversaries. This is kind of standard, and any kind of free-to-play reward units from campaigns where you win the social media campaign or win between the global and JP version of the game and losers. It's pretty much just, it's kind of like a collection book for the units anyway. For any units you've missed over the years from the barbershop, use these coins to pick up just to kind of put in your box as collection purposes, but mostly they're good for resources such as the same type Kais, and then also you're going to be getting stuff like medals, training items, Hercule statues, meat, Whis items, Ghost Ushers, Android 8s, basically important, you know, kind of actual gameplay items, orbs, things like that. In terms of the coins, you already know what I'm going to say. You're going to want to be using these on important resources such as Kais. You know, if you've got all of them, maybe you don't need any. I mean, you can never have too many Kais. Maybe you're going to pick up orbs, maybe some items, maybe some Hercule statues to build up Zenny. You probably want to stay away from the, you know, the training items. They're very easy to get. You want to stay away from these. And again, if you're missing any of these free-to-play units, you might as well just pick them up to fill out your collection if you do care about that side of Dokkan. Then we have the 8th anniversary select character Dokkan Fest, which is the Redstone, which is just previous, you know, previous Dokkan Fest on the Red Zone stuff, not Redstone stuff. You know, if you need to get any from there, you can use them there, but it's just all Dokkan Fest at this point. So unless you're like a really new player who really wants some of these units, it doesn't really have much value for us anymore. Like, guys that have been playing for like a while, like us Dokkan players who've been here from day. Then we have the purple, is this the purple one? Yeah, this is the special select Dokkan festival characters, where if you buy the stone pack that gives you the purple stone, you can get the special select character Dokkan Fests. So here's the actual like full-blown selection so you can see it properly. So again, if you buy like I think it's the most expensive stone pack when it goes on sale when the anniversary starts, you'll get a purple stone and you can pick from these selections. We've got Tech Goku Black and Zamasu, of course, now as an Easy A, very good. Still needs a 200% lead. Easy A Strength Rose, very good. To really kind of pop off though, he does need to get the finishing blow. This side banner Goku Black is okay. This set is a no-no, like, don't get me wrong. Easy A Ultimate Gohan is not bad, but you're very reliant on RNG with him. Not to mention as well, Goten and Trunks are okay, but they've aged at this point. These two are a no. Bojack's a good Easy A. Tylus is pretty good even though he's aged. Bowser is a no. Again, this selection isn't too bad. You know, Cell's pretty good. Future Gohan is still pretty good. These two for a side banner, if you don't have them, is pretty good. But in terms of like actual value, you're probably looking at this one. Like, it just has to be. Gums is going to be very good because it's Easy A from this celebration, which I'm pretty sure comes in part 2, maybe part 3, I can't remember. Then you have Easy A Gogeta Blue, who's still up there to me as one of the strongest Easy A's. He has so much going for him. You know, that, what, 4-5 turn, 50% attack and defense raised, does a lot of damage, guaranteed crit, good defense with a 70% chance to dodge once he transforms. And then you have Movie Heroes Piccolo, who is still probably one of the best side banner units in the game, who can easily hold his own in red zone. So this one probably has to be the best value. So if you are going to be picking up stones in the anniversary and you do pick up the pack that gives you the purple stone, this is probably where it's at in terms of best value for money. I said Gums is going to get an Easy A in this celebration. He's going to be very good. And Gogeta Blue is still one of the strongest Easy A's. Movie Heroes Piccolo is still probably one of the best side banner units in the game. But here's the rest of them. I mean, this guy will get an Easy A in the celebration. Unfortunately, he's not that good. And then we have the 2 stone cost ones, which only give you 2 units. But as I said, in terms of the best value, you're definitely looking at the Movie Heroes selection with these 3. But moving on, we of course have stone sales. It wouldn't be an anniversary with big stone sales. Then we have the social media campaign where we're going to get some more stones. You're going to get a ton of stones, like literally. It's the same every year. Every time we get a new anniversary, we're going to get more stones during the celebration. So if you're worried that you don't have too many right now, you're a free-to-play player and you haven't built up thousands of stones, don't worry. You're going to get a ton from the anniversary. Mysterious Ritual Summon, we're going to have new story events as well. There's also going to be this limited time event. This is basically a skill orb event, a skill equip event for the Power of Wishes category. So that's pretty much what this is, that you're going to be grinding daily. We have another new special event as well, which literally isn't much to it aside from when you complete stage 1 and stage 2, you'll get 15 stones per stage, so an easy 30 stones for yourself. Then we have the Shadow Dragons event. Now this is basically the 8th anniversary version of Red Zone, or comparatively to the God event. It might not be as kind of grand scale as Red Zone, but it is still a very difficult event nonetheless. I know the first levels of the event aren't too bad. I'm sure first attempts will probably catch you off guard. If you're like me and are yet to actually try them, if you've already done these on JP, you definitely, obviously, you know what's coming. I do know, however, the final stage, level 7 against Shin Shenron, is where it is basically a new testing ground for units. You know, you take them into Red Zone against Broly, Omega, Red Zone Cell Max, Cooler Core, Cell Max's own event, and then also the Shadow Dragons event against Shin Shenron. Because from what I've seen and what I know, Shenron can hit really hard on this stage, like really hard, like right out the gate, straight off the bat. As I said, I don't think it's quite on the level of Red Zone in terms of kind of like grand stage like type thing. But do be prepared, because I said this stage against Shenron will hit you incredibly hard. There's also missions for this as well. Standard clearing the stages, get 5 stones per, and also the support memory. Then there's also category missions with GT heroes on stage 3, Battle of Fate on stage 6, and Power of Wishes on stage 7. And for completing all the missions, you do get a Kai, Hercule statue, and Age meet. So that is basically the 8th anniversary's difficult content. Then there is this event as well, which I'm pretty sure to compare it to something. I think it's kind of one of those themed events, kind of like what we get for Worldwide, a lot like what we got for last year. As you can see, you defeat Majin Buu, you bring, I'm pretty sure, certain units that are from Majin Buu Saga, and the same can be said with like GT Heroes units maybe as well, or Shadow Dragons. As you can see here, stage 1, Kid Buu will revive up to 5 times if he doesn't get KO'd by dealing a large amount of damage in one attack. Stage 2 is against Omega, which apparently he can become invincible. The gauge can be decreased by using super attacks. Once the gauge reaches 0, the battle will go into the second phase, and Shenron must be defeated by dealing a large amount of damage with one attack in one turn. He will launch a KO attack at the end of the turn. And then, as it says here, only the provided friend leaders can be used, only one support item. The following characters are not allowed in this event. As I said, I'm pretty sure it's like a themed event around what's going on. It's one of those where I think it's an incentive to summon for the new units, in this case the anniversary units, to make it easier, especially with their hard-hitting standby skills. But in terms of the missions, again, the kind of standard stuff. Clear stage 1, get 5 stones, get the tickets, get Kais, deal a certain amount of damage, you're getting stones, potential orbs. Then you're getting statues, more stones, statues, more stones, statues, even more stones. Clear stage 1 with at least 3 Terrifying Conquerors category characters, stones and Sleep Kais. Clear stage 1 within 4 turns, you're getting stones and Kais. It is pretty much, you know, kind of like a standard event to get these type of rewards, but very good rewards nonetheless, especially if you do manage to get all of them done. And then next we do have the EZAs. Again, I'm not going to go through their details in this video because I don't want it to be too long. We're going to go through them at a later date. What I can easily tell you though, this guy probably has one of the biggest fumbles in Dokkan histories for EZA. It's a Super Vegito unit. Everyone was like, okay, he's EZAing during the 8th anniversary. He's going to be sick. They fumbled him hard. Like he is doo-doo. He should be so much better than he actually is. And then Super Buu, funny enough, is really good. He is amazing, which is why I cannot wait for him to get an actual 200% lead, there to be an LR Kid Buu and the LR Buu tanks to finally EZA. They're going to work so well together, especially with the LR Super Buu as well. But he's not great, or he's kind of shit, if we're being honest. He's really, really good. So the first 2 EZAs to come in part 1 are Fizz Super Vegito and Strength Transforming Super Buu. Then we have the 59th Dokkan Ultimate Clash. EZAs come back, things like that. Reward boost upper limits, hidden potential stages are all open, and there'll be a step up Dragonstone sale with keys of the past. So again, if you're going to pick up some stone packs, some stone sales for the anniversary, there'll be special sales that also have the Kai event keys in them, where you're guaranteed link levels every attempt you do. But there we have it, everything that is coming in the countdown and also part 1 of the 8th anniversary. We are not far off yet. I'll do more videos on part 2 and part 3 respectively very, very soon, but let me know if you're excited down in the comments which banner will you be summoning on first, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.